it's basically, it's bullying, basically. I mean, bullying is, if I kicked you right, if I just kicked you right now, that would be bullying because I'm putting my hands on somebody else. If they didn't ask you to put your hands on them, then don't put your hands on them. I mean, killing is a type of bullying, and it happens everywhere. Being made to work in farms, bullying, you beating them, whipping them like the slaves were treated, bullying, and it's a matter of how big it is or how small it is. Small, getting pushed down in the hallway, that's kind of medium. You killing tens of millions of your own people, that breaks the scale right there. That is the worst type of bullying. I mean, like dripping slow acid on somebody's skin was a method of torturing, which was banned by the U.S. But anyway, that's something that they used back in that kind of era. And so that's a type of bullying. You killing them and doing all this to them because what? Because they're Jewish or because they're black or because they're not like you.
Well, Lana, look, in terms of all of this, these dictators that we've identified in Europe, and as well as the rest of the dictators all over the world, what are some of the things that you can tell people of your age this morning in terms of how they have to react and how they have to act to one another so that not only they might understand more about these individuals, but also be able to have a better attitude toward one another and toward parents and their relatives and etc.
At every school you go to, I mean, you can't just say this school doesn't have bullying. I mean, you may not know it, but every school has bullying. Every class has bullying. I mean, I want to say to children my age, I mean, if you see it, then tell somebody. I mean, because I know I've heard children say, like, if I saw bullying and I told children, they were like, oh, you was snitch. I mean, that's not even the right definition of snitch. Snitch is telling fake stuff about another person just to try to intimidate them. That's not being a snitch or being a tattletale or whatever. That is being truthful. That's being a good-hearted person. So that's why I want to share children my age, because they're being influenced by all this music and all these people that tell them, oh, don't be a snitch. Snitches get stitches or whatever. That meaning snitches get cut for telling or whatever. I mean, I doubt that, and if you do, then you will die knowing that you did something good and that you helped somebody and that you potentially stopped that was something that can turn into a bad situation. And so that's what I want to tell children my age. I mean, don't think you're going to be a snitch, you're going to be attacked because you tell somebody something. Tell a teacher if you see something. I mean, because that's the best thing you can do.
And so, in a real sense, you think that all the bullying that we talk about, the dictators, in other words, dictators, I think you've already indicated in reference to Joseph Stalin that dictators can start from what? Bullies.
I know, because Joseph Stalin, he started out as a bad kid, a bully, a person who liked to stab people, and he grew up to be a complete monster, a person who killed tens of millions of people for no reason, just for enjoying, just to see them die, He enjoyed that. And if you see any picture of Stalin, you can see him smiling while all this destruction is going right in his country.
Well, one of the great things I think that we also didn't indicate is that there were also, during the Second World War, individuals who were leaders of the democracy, the democratic. And I think while you mentioned all of these evil individuals, you forgot to mention the fact that Franklin Delano Roosevelt
tried to save these people. He tried as hard as he could to save many people, and that's a hero right there. That's a person who wanted to save people instead of kill people. So he's the exact opposite of all these other people. He was a good-hearted person, and I just want to give a thanks to Franklin D. Roosevelt for trying his hardest to save people.
Very good. And of course, Lana, let me thank you for coming by and giving us that information. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.
The Arsenio Hall Show, weeknights at 10:35 on Fox 17.